What's up, everybody? I'm back. Just a quick video here. Another trade. The Mariners are active in the trades. No shock there. We know Jerry Dipoto is going to be making moves. He does every offseason. He's done another one, sending Kyle Lewis, former AL Rookie of the Year, to the Diamondbacks in exchange for Cooper Hummel. I'm not going to get much into Hummel. I'm not really concerned about that. Just going to spend this video talking more about Kyle Lewis. I think Hummel's got some interesting upside as kind of a 25th, 26th man on the roster. So we'll see. I think he's got a shot to make the team, but that just depends on how the rest of the offseason goes. But I'm seeing some Mariners fans pretty upset about the trade. And from an emotional standpoint, it's one that stings. Kyle Lewis looked like a potential cornerstone player after the 2020 COVID season. He was the American League Rookie of the Year, was playing a good center field. He had a great finish to the 2019 season when he came up, and he showed some sparks in 2021 when he was healthy, and whatnot. So he was a highly rated prospect. So definitely some reason for sadness. And it wasn't like Lewis sort of just became a bust, like he just wasn't good. He was just never healthy and couldn't get on the field. So from an emotional standpoint, this trade does sting for me, and I think for most Mariners fans. And I think I can speak for all Mariners fans when we wish Kyle Lewis nothing but the best success, and I hope he flourishes in Arizona. I really do. I don't think anybody in the Mariners organization is rooting against Kyle Lewis, but it does become a numbers game. And while I'm certainly rooting for Kyle Lewis, I just don't know how well it's going to turn out. And I think this was just his value. His trade value isn't high. People just need to realize that it's not. He's 27, which in terms of trade value is up there in age. He hasn't played a healthy season since 2020, and so it's been 2 full years of him not being healthy. If you saw him play this year, his knees just look shot. He has nothing on the base paths. His defense was hard to watch. I mean, like, Jesse Winker's not a very good defensive outfielder. There's guys that are like bad defensive outfielders, but Kyle Lewis just looked like his knees look like that of a grandpa's, honestly. And I say that, I hate saying that. I don't know how else to put that. He looked like he couldn't run out there. So he's primarily at this point, unless those knees come back, and I'm hoping they do, I really am, he's a DH. And a 27-year-old DH that hasn't been healthy in 2 years and literally can't play the field and is a negative on the base paths doesn't have a lot of value. It just doesn't. And even the Rookie of the Year was in a season where we played 60 games. So it wasn't like he has not played a full 162 yet. So it's just not somewhat. Kyle Lewis just doesn't have a lot of value. He was at maybe a throw-in in a major trade, or this is what you're going to get. Kyle Lewis is kind of a 25th, 26th man on a roster at this point, and that's what they got for him. It's a swap for a swap. It's kind of a new scenery for new scenery type players. You weren't going to get some massive haul for Kyle Lewis, and he wasn't really in the discussion, I don't think, for this team in terms of having a spot on the roster. Doesn't mean he didn't have a chance to make it, but you've already got your outfield right now I would say right now you got Winker, Julio, and Teoscar Hernandez. You've got Jared Kelenic still in the mix. You've got Taylor Trammell still in the mix. Winker can DH. They're still going to be actively looking for guys on the market and in trades. I look at that and I see Kyle Lewis so far down the depth chart. Now, I mean, that doesn't mean that he couldn't have come back and made an impact, but I think the writing was on the wall when he got his demotion last year. I think it just wasn't happening. The bat wasn't there for the team, and it's tough when you don't offer versatility. Guys that are just DHs, unless they are really, really good, the value is low. And truthfully, you can say, well, Kyle Lewis's bat, but his bat wasn't good last year when he was up. The bat was okay in 2021 in limited action. He got hurt. It was really good in 2019, 2020, but that was 2 years ago. You live fast and you die young in sports. It's the truth. It's a shame, but it can be a dirty business. And I don't think any saying is more true than live fast, die young. Now, like I said, I'm truly rooting for Kyle Lewis. I'm sounding negative on him, but I'm saying that just so Mariners fans realize this isn't some terrible trade that, oh, the Mariners are giving up on him or something. He's 27, just does not have a ton of value. And I think that relationship after being sent down last year, not being able to make a huge impact for the playoffs, or be on the playoff roster or anything, his future was not going to be in Seattle. It wasn't going to work out here. And especially with the emergence of Julio and whatnot. And I'm sure people go, well, Jared Kelenic hasn't hit yet. Why is he in the future? Well, one, Kellenic's about 5 years younger than Kyle Lewis. Two, Kelenic can play the field. He's a good defensive player. So, I mean, those two things right there. And I still wouldn't be shocked if they actually ended up trading Jared Kelenic at some point either. But those two things would be factors. And I can promise you, you can talk to any GM, Jared Kelenic would have a lot more value on the trade market than Kyle Lewis. Jared Kelenic would actually get you something. Lewis this is what you're going to get. And hopefully Cooper Hummel can be something. So best of luck to Kyle Lewis in Arizona. Pulling for you, man. I'm rooting for you. I'm sure you're not watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Again, most of my views are coming from non-subscribed. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think of the trade. It's going to be another busy offseason for the Mariners, so looking forward to it. So like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Peace. Go M's.